And I believe, how you doing, Aspen? I believe we are live. Hopefully we can see video. We're live. Heard you whistling, so you sound okay. Good. Okay. That's a good start. So, what are we working on today? Very simply, the girls wanted to get back to basics. Particularly Victoria, Janice. And I want to get back to basics and just start playing some of the simple stuff. So we're coming right back to the very beginnings of all things, and that is Dungeon Saga. Now, I've been hard on them for a while. And I gotta admit, this last expansion that brought this big boy in here, I have to say I am quite impressed and pretty excited about rebooting this game again. Hello, Kabuki. So I'm excited about doing this and getting this back to in play. I've been reading a lot about it again, and I'm kind of excited about everything, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to do the first 45 minutes here. Then we're going to switch over to the Dice Tower and do part 2. We're going to go as long as we possibly can due to current situations. And we're just going to have some fun, and I think that's what's most important here. Meredith, how are you? Now, let me just make something perfectly clear before we go any further. I am not a professional painter. I am a beginner painter who can explain it a lot better than a lot of people. If you do not care for what I am doing, there are other fantastic channels out there that do painting. I am just one of many, and I am just here to show you how to do certain things, how I do certain things, and if you choose to use it, then great. If not, I don't know what to tell you. How's that? So now that we have the disclaimer done, let's start off with the ghost here. Now the ghost, well, kind of want to do a couple things with her. So let's get out a quick brush that we can really quick and get her kind of painted up pretty quickly. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a Celestial Gray. It's got a little bit of a bluish tinge to it. Or we can actually, if we really wanted to, we can go with a Fenris. Here we go. Is that what they call it? Yeah, Fenris Gray. I think we'll go with this to start, because we're going to go with a very light blue to go over it. But very quickly, we're just going to shake this up. Leland, how are you? Patrick, it's always good to see you. It's very good to be back, by the way. It's been a long time since I've been able to paint, and I'm just excited to be here. I really am. And it's always exciting to do things and hopefully move some people to paint. And I think if I can do that, then I've done my job. I think the best thing that can ever happen is that somebody picks up a brush and finds out that they're 100% better than I am, and just enjoy painting. And that, for me, is the best gift of all. So there you go. That's the way I look at things. I'm no master. I don't have all the answers. But I will find them out. That's for sure. So as you can see, I'm just really getting this on here. As you can see. And I'm not really worried about how, getting in every nook and cranny, because sometimes that black undercoat can really bring out some detail, and that's not a bad thing if you ask me. But because she's so ethereal, we really kind of want to try to get as much as we can and really kind of doll her up. Now I have every expansion for this known, that's been out, and I have double the things. I had originally painted the original set, but the original set went to somebody. And are the new expansion minis still flimsy? No, they are not. I have to say, I've given Manic as hard of a time as anybody, and I tell you, when I saw them at Gen Con, I felt horrible. They knew who I was. They knew what I said, and which I was shocked at because I think I said it on the Dice Tower. That's the only reason that they knew it. But I have to tell you that things have improved, and I'm really kind of looking forward to the space game that they're coming out. That's going to be kind of like this. So let's hope it's as good as we think it's going to be. All right, so as you can see, I really did that pretty quickly. All right, boom. All right, so now all we got to do is just kind of, I'm very excited to see painting Dungeon Saga again. Yeah, I'm going to do the entire set. I have it all. I have the Adventurer's Companion. I have 2 copies of King's, what do they call it? I'm sorry. Oh my God, the Dwarf King set, the starter set, Dwarf King's Quest. I'm sorry. I have the Infernal Crypts. I have the new one, which this guy, which we're going to be covering a little bit more on the Dice Tower. Look at the size of this guy. Gotta love it when you got a good dragon here. I have the Warlord of blah, 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 and the Infernal Crypts. I have the Adventurer's Companion. I have... There's one other. I can't think of what it is. Tyrant of something or another. So I have all 3 of them, and I'm very excited about it. So, you know, it looks like it's going to be something that's going to be a lot of fun. Howdy, folks. About to head home from work, but stopped by to say hi. Well, hello. Okay, so now, I don't know what that was. So we painted this up with this kind of bluish gray. So now what we want to do, sounds like a delivery to the house. I'm excited, because if that's what I think it is, it's going to be a very fun weekend for you guys. So now I wiped it off the brush here. And now all I'm going to do is, with these particular guys, all I want to do, because I have the black undercoat, is just kind of, just very lightly take that bluish gray and work it around. I don't want to get too fancy with it. All I want to do is just hit the high spots. Because this wrath, or whatever it is normally this kind of color. It has just a tinge of blue, and this is all we want to do. That's it. It's as simple as that. Now, these are the old models, so they are a little flimsy, but not too bad. I got a set that was pretty decent. That's why I bought 2 sets. And I had painted a set already, but the person that I was supposed to do something with, well, kind of disappeared off the face of the earth and was unable to complete. And now you see what we got here? You see how we just, it's still dark, but it just has that little tinge to it, and that's all we want. We'll take care of that iron ball later. Now I'm just going to take a little, just a smither. I'm just going to take just a little tap there. That's all I want to do. And then I'm going to work it into my paper towel here. There we go. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. Freshen up the brush. Test the bottom. Make sure that you don't have too much paint on the brush. We all make that mistake. It's okay to test the bottom of it because you're not going to see it on top. There you go. And do the same thing with this guy here. And just work that brush. Let that brush do all the work. There we go. Here we go. And we're just going to work that in there. There we go. And just work that in there. I'm sorry I got quiet there for a second. I was listening to Make sure everything was all right out there with the queen still hurting. All right, so good. Right where we were. Now, before you guys came, I just did a little work to kind of get these things going a little bit. So, because I did want to try to make some headway today, and that is what's most important. So let's see, who do we want to mess around with next? What would be fun here? Well, we could do that. We could do all that. But I think the best thing to do is get a smaller brush. So let's put this big brush back. And let's get all our brown work done, because that's a pain in the neck. And if we can get all that done, we're going to be in pretty good shape. And being in pretty good shape is a pretty good thing. So I'm going to put that right there. And then I'm going to pick out a new brush, because I went out and bought new brushes. Because it's been a while since I painted, and I know I was going to be fussy today. So I said, well, if I get new brushes, and maybe psychologically, that would be a good thing for me. So we got these zombies here, so why don't we paint? And what we're going to do is we're going to make everything, because they're not very well dressed. Let's just put it that way. So we're just going to kind of paint over all this. We're not going to be too fussy. And we just want to get certain areas. There we go. We want to get all our brown work in, because that's the most boring work. Pants. See, because the most important thing is to be able to sell that miniature. Now, as you can see, I used a Ushabi bone just to paint their flesh for now. And everything's kind of Ushabi bones right now. But we're going to use different washes to bring out different textures. And that's what we want to do. I want to paint his top brown too. I mean, it'd be kind of boring. But he is dead, so I don't think he's really worried about how he looks. How about you guys? I think we'll change his top to maybe like a dark green or something. Let me see. What do we got here? Let's see what the book says. That might work. Nice dark green. All right, so that pant leg is done. And while we got him, we'll do his pant leg and his bow. How's that? Hey, Dennis, Nigel. For those of you that watch the video game channel, tonight Janice will be back on again. She is on a tear with her Witcher party. It's very enjoyable for her, so she's having a great time, and she just wanted me to tell you guys to make sure to, of course, do the Witcher party. And I'm telling you guys to go to Board Game Links and upvote me. Give me a little bit of love there. And hopefully I can land in the top 20 for the end of the year. If I could just get as many votes as I got last year, I'll be happy. Which will be a huge improvement. Alright, the next thing I want to do is I want to take and just come down here over this belt. And I gotta be careful here. But I'm not too worried about it, because the wash is really going to stand out. There we go. And we'll do his quiver too. Brown. There we go. We'll just go over that. Go down this side. Thank God there's only 2 archers. Well, I can hear the queen coughing. Boy, she's having such a tough time. It's been a rough start of the year. Let's put it that way, folks. But we're pretty tough and durable. We get through things. So we are back to doing what we do, and that's painting. Because that's the thing that I like to do the best, is paint. Oh, am I getting out of camera? I hope not. Okay. Rob, give Janice the codes. She said we were supposed to bug you. Yes, she has to be able to go on my computer. So once I'm done here, I'm going to walk her through it. She told me to bug you. You really don't want to bug me. I'm not the bugging type. Alright. What else do we got here that we can throw a little brown love on there? Well, we got another archer. Thank God there's only two. And there we go. We'll probably have to take this back out again and do it again, but hey, that's alright. Right now we're doing the hard work here. And that's where we're just doing the manual labor. Got to fill in a lot of blanks before you can really start to see the thing shine. And that's the way that goes. I can hear her coughing as well. Poor Queen. Yeah, it's been brutal. It's been brutal. But a day at a time. Day at a time. That girl suffered like no one has. And she's going to a pulmonary specialist hopefully tomorrow. So we believe that that will solve a lot of things and we'll be on the right track. So I want to thank everybody for all their concern and all their wonderful letters. Thank you. Don't forget, tomorrow is the giant giveaway. Well, I don't know how giant it is, but there's a giveaway tomorrow. Anybody can be a part of it, and that's the part that makes it giant. Alright, so we're going to come from here. And we're just going to take our time. That's the key to everything, is just taking your time and enjoying yourself. Christian, glad to see you painting. Yeah, I'm glad to be painting. I'm going to make sure that I paint every day. Well, not every day, but you know, enough where we're going to get back to what we were doing. We're getting back to basics. And you know, we're just going to have to muscle through some of the things that we have going on, but we will be fine. We'll be fine. Durable, tough, that's what we are. As nails. Alright. Ben, how are you? Hope the Queen is improving at least, and the appointment goes well. Well, thank you, my good friend. Jens, good to see you, as always. And Jedi, my man. Glad to see a lot of new faces, and I'm glad to see all the old faces. Because we're back, and we're going to be painting every Thursday like we used to. It was just that she was so sick, we could not do it. It was just too tough. But things are going to get better, and I have to, and she's even said, get out there and do what you got to do. You have a channel and a responsibility. And get out there, boy. I said, yes, ma'am. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. And that's exactly what I did. Am I falling off camera here? Okay, I don't think I am. There we go. I'm sorry, got to move these guys. Hold on. Before we go any further, because I've got like a whole crowd here. So I just need to get everybody where they need to go. You guys need to go there. These pens need to get out of here. It's been a while since I've been out here on this table, so it's going to be a little rough. That's why just trying to get everything kind of situated so I know what I'm doing, so I can feel some level of comfort again. That's the hard thing, is feeling some kind of level of comfort. You have to be comfortable when painting, or what's the point, right? Alright, you dude. Did I paint you? No. Shoot. Okay, I got you two over there, so I'm not worried about you two right now, which are the two undead dwarves. Got those over there. Let's get everybody in a line like I used to. It's a funny thing. If you don't do something, you'll find that you will get out of practice with it very quickly, and you can get yourself lost. And that's what I'm kind of doing right now, is I'm just trying to find my way back. It's a Jefferson Starship song, isn't it? I think. All right. And I just want to be able to have my hands in good positions. Okay, good. There. You two can stay here. You can go there. Perfect. All right, let's get back to work here. I'm sorry. My Pocket War Monster. Are you still with the Dice Tower? Yes, I am. Or has he answered that? A matter of fact, you can see me on the Dice Tower in approximately 25 minutes. Well, no, actually 40 minutes. Because we will be painting exactly what we're painting right now. Live on the Dice Tower. We do part 1 here, and then I do part 2 there. And that's what we do. As you do all the fun stuff there. Just try to inspire people that normally don't want to paint, because sometimes people just stick their heads in a little bit and go, I wonder what Rob's doing. What is that Rob doing? Says he's painting some dungeon game. Well, I played the game. Why would he be painting it? Well, and then they look and they go, oh, I get it now. How's the sound, by the way, if I may ask? I painted my first mini a little while ago, Valorian. Well, Nigel, that's cool. Hey, Rob, thanks for the video. Anytime. I would do Blood Bowl or Infinity because of the small team size. Yeah. But, you know, the one thing that you'll find with stuff like that, it's a little more detailed. So sometimes it's a little easier to do more miniatures that are easy. Like zombies are easy. And once you feel you got the confidence, you can do anything that you guys want. And it's, you know, the world's yours. You just have to believe in yourself and do it. I really, really, truly believe that. So there you go. All right. Let's do their undies here. Just going to make them brown. And we're going to go over this too. A nice wash, and then we're going to touch it up really, really nice too. A little dry brushing afterwards. Kind of want to do a lot of things. But this is definitely going to be a 2-part show. Next Thursday. Well, I think I might do tonight's Dice Tower, and then I'm going to keep going on this. Maybe Tuesday, Monday, we'll come back here and we'll just do another part, because I can crank these out pretty quickly. You sound fine, Rob. Thank you. Any video games planned soon? Janice will be doing her favorite, Witcher, tonight. It is not my night. I will be skipping the video game session tonight. But tomorrow, we're going to do a live play tomorrow of Barnyard Roundup, which I'm really looking forward to. And hopefully we're going to get to it, because we have that thing, we have that giveaway that we have to get done too. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on. Which is just fine by me. Alright, let's just get under here. Alright. Alright. And we're going to do that. We're moving along pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, let's bring these guys to the forefront. I believe this guy has been done already. Yes, it looks that way. Okay. I kind of like that look, and I think that's what we're going to go with. So we're just going to very quickly just kind of get that brown in there real good. We can be a little messy with this. It's okay. It's okay. And we just don't want to get it on the flesh. Flesh would be bad. Whoop. Alright. And let's give him some brown boots. Because these boots, well, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to say it. Let me do that. I can see, Nigel, the Reaper Bone minis are soft rubbery plastic. I find that it's even more important to prime those as well. I don't think I primed it enough. What? Hold on. I really enjoy your playthrough of Mechs and Minions. After watching the painting of them, how can we donate to you? And blessings to you and your family and loved ones. Well, there's a couple ways that you can donate. You can go to the Patreon that we have and donate there. I just don't have anything that you can just donate to. But I think we might be running a campaign soon. I have some really great ideas that will include the rewards that'll be just ridiculous. And you know, we're gonna fill it out. I want to be able to do some conventions this year. I want to be able to get a new portable camera this year, and there's a good chance that my job, I will be downgrading hours due to how many years of service I've had. So I'd like to supplement that and then start up where I do this full time. So there's a lot to consider. Or I just might just go get another job and then just see where and do consulting of some sort. I don't know how I would do that in the line of work I do, which I cannot tell you, so I know that some of you are curious as to what I do. And I'm sorry for that. I cannot say too much. Other than that, I can tell you this. We've considered really just doing this because of my love for it, and my wife knows how much I love doing this. It's just what would I need to be able to get by. And I don't know. We've argued it, we thought about it. Not argued, but I mean, talked about it, and a lot of times I just kind of like, well, whatever. It's not even worth thinking about. Alright, what was I going to look at here? Okay, yeah, I was going to say it. When I paint the zombies in my copy, I really like the look of white and gray paint for the base skin tones. Heavy purple ink. It gives more of a necromancy feel. Oh, that's cool, Rick. As long as you're happy with what you did, that's all that matters. Rob must be a PMC. I have no idea what that is. Okay, so let's take a look here. Just give me a second. And it's time for what I normally do. Take a big sip of the mighty juice. Life is good. Alright, where is my other thing? I had a little dish. I want to show you this. The game comes with a ton of stuff, and I'm working on some bookshelves, working on some doors. Got to finish up the well. We got the armor that we have to finish. Some chests. What else do we have? Some kind of thingamabobber there. So we've got a lot of little knick-knacky things. Let's not forget our chests. I still got to finish painting. Another potions shelf that I've got to work on. I sprayed it with some awful, awful paint and it's been sticky. So I'm going to figure out how to fix that on top of everything else. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's take a real good look and see what we want to do next. Do we want to go right to the armor? Do we want to go to another color? Our heroes are probably one of the most important things that we really need to drill out. Or do we really want to start working on the big boy here? I think we're going to be going. Any broken vases? No, they are not. Private military contractor? No, I am not. I'm not a contractor. Let's see here. Well, I kind of like that. And well, we're going to take a real good look here. Come up with some ideas. Okay, so first thing we want to do is probably, since we have the brown out, just kind of just touch some of the things that we want to touch on with the elf. Which is, I'm going to want to take care of the gloves. I think we're going to go with the white bow. I always like the white bow with an elf. It just makes them look just so much more cooler. Alright. If I can remember correctly. Oh, I got the things right here. There we go. Alright. That. Okay, cool. That's what we're going to do then. We're going to go. That'll be. Okay, that'll be brown. And that is her other boot is going to be brown. Because everything else gets kind of a nice little lighter brown, which we'll pull out, which will probably be our XV88, which we normally is our go-to. And then we're going to come back here, and because we're going to highlight all this stuff. And it's just a matter of getting it in there. Hold on. Garth Roberts. I am presently working through painting the miniatures in Imperial Assault. Just finished Obi-Wan. Dreading it when I start work through the Stormtroopers. Oh, they're pretty fun and easy. The brown plastic got a little funky on me too. Stays tacky. I put a wash over it and it's no longer tacky. Yeah, that's what exactly I was going to do. I was just waiting. Rob maybe will tell us one day what he did when he retires. Yeah, I hope so. Hopefully I can retire soon, huh? It's just getting too dangerous. It's been dangerous for a good part of my life. But we do what we must to survive. Alright, this is here. And that goes in here like that. There we go. Alright, so I'm happy with that. Because I'm going to do that. And then we'll go with the lighter. Okay, great. Alright, so there we go. We did the brown on our elf girl. So let's see if there's any other brown that we can cover. Alright, this dude's staff and his hair, but you know what? We can come back to that. I really think that that's something we can come back to afterwards. Alright. Now, what time is it? 34. Alright, we're doing pretty good here. Alright, Rob, what do you want to do here? I am out of sequence, because usually I'm a lot better at getting things where we need to get them. Okay. That Dwarven King. And him. Let's do all that first. I think that's a pretty good idea. Alright. So let's look at the cover here. And let's think who we're going to go with. Alright, we need a good purple. That's what we're going to work on now. And let's find out what we got here. That seems pretty good. Is that the kind of purple I want? Let me see what I got here. I've got just about everything that you could want. Okay, that's good. That's too dark, I think. But that might cover it. Or we can do this. I say, Or we could do something a little different. Right? I'm going to go with that. There we go. And this is called Xerxes Purple. So we're going to use this. Must be something with my name, Robert. Let's see. I'm sorry if I've missed some of this. I'm kind of... If he doesn't have to sign a non-disclosure. You know who Rob reminds me? Bob... Oh, don't say that. Don't call me Bob Ross. They call Sinestro Bob Ross, and I just don't want to even be compared to him. Two different animals. Let's just call me the happy, because that's their new thing. They call him that, and I just don't want to be compared to him. He is number one, a lot more talented than I am. And I'm just happy to be me. I don't want to be compared to anybody else. I'm not even close, even though I do like oil painting. I do love it so. Okay, hold on here. Okay, great. Let's see. So, let's get these guys out. Oh, come on. I'm just struggling today. Struggle. We got our dwarves. And we got our dwarves. Where's the dwarf king? I just had that guy. Come on, brother. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Alright. So, let's take a look at the big picture here. Alright, dwarf king's totally different color. No, we're actually going to go. We're going to go with it. We're going to go with it. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. This guy here. Alright. Start with him first. I used a bad paint on him, but thank God I got extras. Second time you mentioned Sinestro recently. I still don't know who that is. He's a very good painter. You can just look up his name. He has his own channel, and he paints about a figure a week. He's just a very, very talented gentleman from England. Has a huge following. I've seen his channel once or twice, because every time mine comes up, it pops up, and I stick my head in there every once in a while. Just very, Seems like a nice guy. I just, you know, everybody always says, well, you don't paint like him. Well, no, I don't. I'm not talented. I said that 1,000 times. I'm just a guy who's a beginning painter that tries to make it where people can just pick up a brush and learn the easy, simple things first. And that's the most important thing. And then you can graduate and watch him and really learn some stuff. You know, it's like, hi, this is beginner level, and then that's level 2, 3, 4. So that's a good thing. It's good to have that. It's good to have so many options that people can go see and really be a part of. Alright. Get that in there. Because we can just go over that again. I don't know why this is so blech. I know why, because this base that I used was horrible. Alright, so we're going to put that over there. Now this will go on a lot better. I hate these puns. Sarastro. Fantastic tutorials. Highly produced videos. Check it out. Yeah, go ahead. Go do it now. Alright. There we go. And there we go. And we're just getting that purple in there because that purple really works. It's really going to bring out this cape a bit. And we're really going to dull it down. That's what we want to do. Just getting the first coat on. What time is it? 41. Perfect. Do you prefer to play as hero or as the overlord? I like playing both, to be honest with you. It really doesn't matter to me. I'm finding that the automatic overlord I think is really cool. So it's kind of fun to play with the girls, like, you know, be on their side and try to bail them out of trouble, because they do get themselves into trouble. Those lasses. This is one of Victoria's favorite games, she said. She told me the other day, so I said, okay. Well, I guess it's time for me to get going on it, huh? Guess I'm going to have to just paint it up just for you, Miss Victoria. Oh, boy. The Dwarven King. I'm going to do the same thing. Because after all, he is the Dwarven King. And very, very cool. And we're going to do this. We're just going to kind of work this in here a bit. There we go. And we just got to use our brush to the fullest. And if you make a mistake, don't worry about it. Everything is easy to fix. That's the one thing I like doing about painting live, is if I make a mistake, you get to see it, and you get to see how I correct it, and how I don't panic, and I don't go, oh my god, what am I going to do? I just fix it. Or if something's not working, you go, okay, well, I've got to adjust. I've got to try something else. And that's okay. A lot of things can go wrong, a lot of things can go right. But that's half the fun. It's just learning. And if you just take your time, you're going to learn a lot. It takes time, takes patience sometimes. But a lot of times it all just comes together. Right when you just don't think it's going to come together, it comes together. And that's the part that I like. Because then all of a sudden you go, wow, I really did that. I can't believe it. I did that. I did it all by my lonesome. There we go. Mr. Dwarf King. It doesn't look like much right now, but don't worry about it. Like I said, it all comes together. Do your kids play board games without you? Nope. Shockingly, no. Waiting for my son to finish his homework. Jason, how are you, my brother? I hope all is well. My good friend, Jason. And the best thing is, this is just a safe channel for everybody to come. Don't scam anybody. We just try to take care and do all the right things in life. That's all we can do. Alright, let's get on here. You can be a producer. I mean, really, come on. Alright, let's see. I don't know why my knee hurts today sitting on this chair. I normally feel comfortable in this chair. Today I'm just kind of out of sorts. I think it's because my favorite part of painting is the happy accidents. And well, they do happen. It's how you fix them. It's how you just take your time and learn from it and go, well, okay, I remember I made that mistake. Especially if you got the same mini to paint over and over again. By the time you're done, it gets really kind of get into such a pattern. And some minis are more fun to paint than others. I mean, let's not. Some you look forward to, like this giant dragon I'm looking forward to. And others, well, maybe not so much. Maybe not so much. Okay. That looks pretty decent. Okay. Alright. I'm happy with that, so we're going to slide those guys back there. And I'm going to use this purple. Put a couple purple shirts on people. Purple was a pretty good color back in the day. Brown and purple. Make him look like the Hulk. No. Be a little over the top. No, we don't want to do over the top. We're not going to do over the top. Where's the Necromancer? I just want to check and see what he wore, because I believe that our boy here, if I'm correct, now the other guy has a dark purple, so we're not going to do that. And that, and that, and that. Come on, where's the heroes? Oh no, he's got a red outfit. Alright. Alright, we're going to have to do these heroes later. Maybe we'll save them for next week. Alright, so that means these guys. If we get the main bulk of these guys done, that'd be cool. Alright, boom, 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 boom. Don't see any more purple that we need. And I believe that we're going to be going over to... let's put this over here. And let's just go to a very dark Skaven Blight Dinge. Ta-da! Dragon is the big payoff. Fantastic. And that you are, my friend. Good to see you. When are you guys playing this again? Probably when I finish painting it, which won't be long. Alright, let's just... I'm going to throw a nice gray shirt on this dude. Oops. And all I want to do is just kind of get that in there. Oh boy, come on. Hold on for a second. Let me just clean this off a little bit here. Because I'm having a little bit of a major malfunction here. Alright, that goes there. That goes there. This goes here. Oh, okay. That'll work there. Okay. Okay, I was just figuring something out. I'm sorry. Alright. Come over here, Mr. Paint. Alright. Where were we? Yes. We are just really kind of trying to work this gray in here. Because we really kind of want to get this wash on here. Because that wash is really going to bring this dude out. It's going to bring a couple of these dudes out. And that's what we're going for. Really want to sell these guys home. Alright. Here we go. Get around the collar. But be very careful. Careful, careful, careful. You control your brush. Remember that. Okay, there's the other guy. Did you get a chance to play test 65? Yes, I did. I'm gonna be doing that live very soon. So the Adventurer's Companion is worth it. I bought half of them because I like painting the minis. I think it's worth it. I think this whole system, the more I read and the more I've really got to go over it, it really rivals Warhammer Quest as one of my favorite dungeon crawls. And those are big words from me at least. This can easily, if they can come out with a few more of these things and the quality has gone up the way it has. Now, don't get me wrong, the tiles are kind of cheap, but I mean, for what you get in a box and the price, you get a lot of game. And I got to give Mantic all the credit in the world for this one. I really do. So if they're listening, you know, it's okay. You guys did good. You guys deserve praise. I know they're not listening. All right. Now, these guys, I'm going to take and put some gray pants on them. Because I like the gray pants on the skellies. What time do we got? 52. Oh, we got to get over to the dice tower. And I've got to set that up. So, with that said, let me just finish this last pair of pants here, and then what we're going to do is we're going to head over to the dice tower. Hopefully you guys will join me over there, along with everybody else. And we can really make some headway on this. And hopefully get this pretty close to where we can play it. I think by next week we'll be playing this in its entirety, and we're going to start it from beginning to end, because that's what Janice said we needed to do. And if Janice says we need to do it, we need to do it. Right? Yeah, right. All right. Put that up there. So, as you can see, we've gotten a few things pretty much where we need to get them, so we can. Why don't we just use the remote control, Rob? There There we go. We're getting things right where we need to get them. And that's the most important thing. So we're going to keep on working. We're going to move over to the dice tower now. I'll see you guys there in approximately 5 minutes.